second. I'm already out of breath.
Huh?
I'm already out of breath.
Yeah, me too.
The Academy Playhouse is live now. Okay. Okay, that's the Academy.
They're in
Hello,
that square somewhere.
And hello, Michelle. You just joined.
Ah, Frank, hi.
Yeah, that's my
Pretty
niece.
exciting. Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah,
And Jessica.
right.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. How are you?
You're doing good, and you?
Doing good. Just came
Hey.
inside. It's so windy, so whew. I was gonna leave my camera.
Jessica, you're very accomplished as far as Facebook. I think I see your posts more than anybody else's. They're very good.
Well, thank you. You must be my #1 fan or my only fan.
Oh, I'm sure your parents are too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's good to see everybody. Hi, Darlene.
Hey, Jeff.
I see your name.
Hey, Darlene.
My camera's not on, isn't it?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Daphne. Hi, Jessica. Hello,
Hey,
friends.
twice in 1 week. This is cool.
That's right. Hi, Brother Zelensky.
Hello.
Hi, Sharon.
Oh,
Hey, Jessica.
Good to see you.
Oh, hi, Sister Zelensky.
hello, everybody.
Oh, there's Kathy. Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
You're looking good, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of names. I don't recognize people, but that's good.
I don't either.
There's my teacher. My
Oh,
old teacher.
Hey, Noonan.
Hey there. Hi. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Tom.
How are you? How you doing?
It still feels weird to say that. I gotta stick with Mr. Noonan. Sorry. Doing good. It's good to see
It
you
doesn't
guys.
matter. It doesn't matter.
You don't change a bit. My goodness.
Oh, thanks. So we call you Slim now.
Okay, just call me Slim Shady. No.
That's funny.
Are you guys in Sarasota?
Yes.
We are still here.
Yeah.
Nice.
no.
Yeah. We head back up north to the Cape, May 20th.
20th.
The
Yeah,
20th of May.
yeah, so less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So hopefully
Yeah.
it'll be warm up for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, work on it.
Yeah. Well,
Work on
no,
it.
Jessica's in the Midwest.
I'm in the
so-
Midwest, but if you want to come by way of Missouri, you're welcome to take a
Wow.
detour.
Jessica, where are you in Missouri?
Northeast corner. So it's about 3.5 hours north of St. Louis.
I spent almost 30 years, about a half an hour west of St. Louis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we used to go down to St. Louis for our assemblies, but we're actually closer to like Des Moines, Iowa. We're right on the border. So we're
We've
up.
probably been in the same assemblies.
Okay. How long
Have
ago
you
did
been down there since they went to the St. Charles Assembly Hall?
know what it is.
I've lived
Oh, wait,
here.
you went for the big convention.
I went for the international this 2 years
Okay,
ago.
right in downtown in the baseball. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I sent it to you.
Well, is our my phone?
Yeah.
I think.
Where's it?
Well, is our-
Oh, okay. Cool.
Must be a virtual.
Hi, Mike and Deb.
Hi, Jessica.
Haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Hi.
Good to
Oh,
see you.
She looks nice.
I like your background, Frank.
That's our front wall, our planting wall.
Ah,
Something
Beautiful.
blooms 12 months out of the year.
so you're basically sitting in the street right now.
Right.
Please be careful of cars.
There goes another one.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Some of these people are witnesses and some of them are
Oh,
not.
and Sarah.
Sarah.
Welcome, Sarah.
Hey, I just saw Tom Noonan.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That's a hard job muting you, Sarah.
Never gonna happen.
There's Kathy Hendricks. You met her. That's Annie Lombardi.
There's Mary and Mike.
Trying to.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, Hev.
I can't.
No.
I can't
Oh,
start
there's
the-
Heather.
There we go.
That is.
Hey, Rich and Kathy.
Hey, Rich and Kathy.
Hi, Rich
Hi.
and Kathy. How are
That's
you?
Sandra's brother and his.
Phyllis.
Good. How you doing?
I can't hear a thing.
Uh,
There we go.
Now we can. Hey, Jess.
Janet.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Wow.
This is
Hey, Heather.
Annie's daughter, Mary, and her
Hey,
husband.
Rich.
Hi,
Hi, Wendy.
Jessica.
Didn't I
Hello,
just tell you
Mary
you
and
could
Mike.
have your audio on?
I turned it down, honey. I just turned it down.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, who's that?
It's Kathy.
Hi, Jess.
Sorry, I only get to see 4 people at a
Oh, I
time.
know, it's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to
her
know
and
who's
Oh,
talking.
there we go.
They change it, so. Oh, I just, it's on, probably on the other page. Yeah.
Hi, Marge. All right.
Maybe I'm not showing up with a name. I'm not sure I logged in. Oh, there I am.
In the show?
I'm not there. I don't. Can't be in the same.
All right, I'll go in the other room.
Is that just
Hello. I'll think I heard you.
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit louder.
maybe they muted.
Hello, Fire Tablet. Fire Tablet. It's a funny name.
Oh, that's Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Yo,
Could be Fire Calais.
But I don't like coaching.
There's Janet. Hi, Janet Eldridge.
Hi.
Why is my picture not showing?
Hi, everyone. We're going to get started. We don't want to be too late. Thank you all so much for joining Willa's art show. This is her second art show here at the Academy Playhouse. And I know that after a year of Zoom, everyone is probably completely and utterly zoomed out. So we really appreciate you supporting Willa and supporting the arts. It means a lot to us. Now, the show should probably only be about a half hour, so it's not going to be too long, but we're going to keep it open as long as we can afterward if anyone has any questions. And feel free to make use of the raise hand feature here on Zoom. And that way, after we're all done, you can ask as many questions as you want, but those that would like to leave will be free to leave. So I guess that's all I have to say. Thanks again. We really appreciate every one of you. We love you all so much. And I hope you enjoy the show. So I'm going to try and see if I can spotlight my dear husband. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Okay. Yeah, make me host. You are the host now. Okay, there we go. Am I upside down? Okay, 7 people are in the waiting room. I don't know if you can enter them. Daphne, admit. Sorry, we're having a lot of latecomers here. I'm admitting everybody right now. And close. I don't know why I'm upside down. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this regular. I know I'm sideways. Okay, so again, thank you everybody for coming. We want to also thank the Academy Playhouse here in Orleans because they have allowed us to use their walls here in the gallery. Sorry, I'm admitting people as I speak. So we have several new paintings that Will has been working on the past year. And so one of them that I wanna, why can't I show myself? Okay, I'm gonna turn it around here. This is really bad this year. So this one here is called You're Not Afraid of Me, Are You? And we're going to show that last because that one, you may just think it's like a white painting, but it's going to be pretty cool when you see it at the end. So again, Will has been pretty busy this past year, and we're going to go through them one by one. And if you have questions after the show, we can go through with, raise hand function, and you can ask questions about the painting. So I'll just start going through them just kind of like last year. So this one, this large one, it's a 30 by 40 acrylic on canvas. And the name of it, I'm not gonna say it, I'm just gonna show it to you. And it's a really long anagram, and it has kind of a personal meaning to Willa because of the situation that this painting was created under. So the name of the painting is, I already said the name, but basically the story behind the painting, Willa was at I think it was a Roaring 20s party, and there was an event happening that was making her friend kind of upset. So she quickly took this picture because she liked the expression on the girl's face, and she painted this painting. It's acrylic on canvas. Like I said, it's 30 by 40. And I like the difference between the skin brush strokes and then the wild brush strokes on her hairpiece. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, and then down here we have some blocks. These ones, still admitting people. These blocks are from a friend. He's a custom countertop maker. And so when he has large pieces of hardwood left over from his countertops, he kind of gives them to us. We kind of, or Willa kind of started this process one time when she ran out of canvases and she didn't have any canvases left. So she went down in the basement where we keep all our firewood, and she just grabbed some hardwood blocks and started painting on them. This one is called Sunset, and it's her version of a sunset. It's one of her abstracts. It's just kind of how she expresses herself in certain times. She can do very realistic paintings, very realistic drawings, but she also enjoys abstract art as well. So this is one of those. And then this next one here, it's called Parking Lot at Trader Joe's. And so we go up to Hyannis every week and go grocery shopping. So sometimes she'll just stay in the car because she doesn't feel like going in the grocery store. So she will take pictures on her phone and then just come home and paint her interpretation of them. Put that back now. Okay. I really wish I could turn my phone sideways. Okay, the next one is called Koalas. This one, it's acrylic on canvas, then with an overlay of an oil portrait. And the background of this picture, she painted last year when there were a lot of the wildfires roaring through Australia. And so that was possibly a scene that she saw on Instagram. And then she painted a portrait of her friend over the top of it. So last year, a lot of her paintings were very conceptual. Some of them were they just looked outrageous. There were tons of faces on them. She's kind of refined her style a little bit. They're still very abstract in nature, or not necessarily realistic, but they are, she has worked on like her brush strokes and things like that, but they still are, somebody described them as abstract realism. And then we're going to move down to this one below. It's called Aurora, and it's a 16 by 20 oil on canvas. And this was the first portrait she painted with oils. So she had been painting with acrylics for a very long time, and then she grabbed some oils and she fell in love with them. And so she's been doing a lot of different, it kind of depends on what she's in the mood for at the time. Whether she's going to use oil or acrylic or what she's painting on. She's been doing a lot more oils lately. But I just love it. Again, all the smoothness and detail until she gets to the outer edge and just decides, okay, this is how I want to finish it off, or just to add a little difference to it. Okay, so now we're going up to a larger one. We actually had someone come in today and they bought up 4 paintings. So this one's called Kitty, and it's this is one of the ones that sold earlier today. And it's an acrylic on canvas. And she was painting she put a painting on Instagram or Facebook, and somebody asked about her reference photos. And she said, I just like to find the color in people's faces. It's kind of grounding. That was her comment. And I mean, I was a portrait photographer for a lot of years, and I never saw colors in faces like this. So whatever color she's seeing or adding to the pictures, it's just completely from her expression of what she feels when she's painting it. And this is another one, we brought out this detail last year, that a lot of times you can see like hidden faces in her paintings. So that was a painting that she kind of painted over to hide it a little more. Okay, and then up here, we start getting a little more of the abstract realism and conceptual art. This one is called Sugar Plum. And again, it's oil on canvas. And that was a character in a show she was watching. So again, she can go hyper realistic. She actually does a lot of pet portraits where the pets look exactly like the pets that she's drawing. But depending on the feeling she gets from the character and the show that she's watching or whatever, it'll determine how she actually paints the character. Okay, the next one right below it is called Forgetful. And again, it's an oil on canvas. And this one, I believe she forgot why she painted it or who it was a reference of. So, but her references can be from anywhere she sees somebody. I'll explain that in a couple paintings down the line. But again, I love how she just uses really dramatic brush strokes, but then when you back up, it's very, very soft and graded. Okay, and then this one down here, another example of her brush strokes. Let me show you the name of it first. It's called Villain. And again, it's oil on canvas. And this was a villain. I think it was the same villain as one of the previous paintings that she painted. So sometimes she'll just, do different versions of a person. And that's a 16 by 20 oil on canvas. And then I forgot to we went over names this morning of her paintings, and I forgot to get the name. I mean, not the name, but the reason behind the name for this one. This one's called Yarn. This one's acrylic on canvas. She did this, I think shortly after her last art show. And again, she just kind of decides where she wants to stop, with the extension of the canvas. I mean, she doesn't always paint all the way to the end of the canvas. But again, this one, the the brush strokes that she uses creates nice dramatic lighting. Yep. Okay, can everybody see the actual photos? I don't know how to. Okay. Boy, this is really bad. Okay. Hopefully, if somebody wants to raise their hand and tell me that they can see the paintings, because we have one member who's watching that can't see them. Okay, everybody's raising their hand, so hopefully. Okay, they can see them fine. So it must be something with Phyllis's computer. Okay, this is another one that just sold today. It's called I'm 20 Now. And this is a picture, Willa and Livy. Livy is her younger sister. They were sitting up late one night right after Willa turned 20. And Willa probably just took this picture of her sister on her phone and painted it. Again, whatever mood, either the mood that Willa was in or the mood that her subject was in, will probably determine what colors that she uses. Obviously, it's a very bright painting and more broad strokes than anything. So she likes to vary it up a little bit. She's kind of a chameleon that way. She'll do one thing one day. She's recently gotten into watercolors as well. Okay, this one is another example of a block. This is it's called Nadine, and it's an oil on block. And so she just kind of let the block texture show through. It's a smooth piece of wood, but the wood grain is kind of showing through. And my dad had actually given her some, I don't know if they call them brushes. She said they were kind of more like rubbery Q-tips, but they were what he would use to paint stars on ceilings. And so she did an oil painting with those. In the past, she's used razor blades, fingers, her toes, all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of wild to watch what she comes up with based on what she's using and what the reference is. This one's one of my favorites. It's another oil on block, and it's called Ballet. And this one, her reference photo was right here at the Playhouse. They were in the play Frozen, and Livy was one of the, she was a snowflake or one of the summer creatures or something like that. So she had a ballet outfit on. And so Willa took this picture of her behind the curtain on stage. And it's a really dark picture, but she just kind of, that's her interpretation of it. I don't know any other way to describe it other than she uses something, she likes the lighting and the shapes and stuff on it. And she'll just, paint what she feels. And I really think that's really what art is, just painting what you feel or doing what you feel and letting other people get a feeling from it. She doesn't put interpretation into it like this is the plight of the children on Mars or something like that. It's just what she feels from what she observes. Okay, this next one here is it's called Queen Anne's Lace. And this is an acrylic on block. And it looks very Cape Cod-y, almost like it was taken on Fort Hill or something. But she reminds me of some of the surreal painters up at the museum, where you kind of step back and you see a photo or a painting or a scene, but then you get up close and it's just these well-placed paint daubs that make the whole painting. So, okay, this one, another one, had a lot of interest and it actually sold today. This one is called Thank You for the Sunglasses. And this is an acrylic on canvas. And this is one of the ones where she just really filled up the canvas. It has a ton of texture. Like all the hair, or I don't even know if it's hair, but the colors in the hair have a lot of brush texture. It almost looks like she painted underneath of it and then built on top of that. And then this is something that she does that's cool sometimes, is she'll chip off pieces of her palette and paint them into the painting to give it a little more depth. So this one, like I said, it's not available anymore. But that's a 30 by 40, I believe. Okay, these two here, these two are kind of a set. She painted them within a similar session. They're called somersault and backflip. So this one is somersault and this is backflip. And it's kind of, the names of the paintings were just a thought process she had in her head. She, you know, while she was painting it, she was thinking of, I think she was thinking of cucumbers, which are like a summer vegetable, and one thing led to another. So this one became named somersault, and she likes that because I forget which one she said. She liked it because it had cool tones in the background or the skin tones. This one obviously has warm skin tones and cooler background. So I'm not sure which one is somersault and which one's backflip. And then another thing that comes up in some of her paintings are a little bit of creative destruction, I guess you could call it. You know, there are some rips that she rips and then repairs as part of the painting. And last year I had an art gallery owner here, and I said, you know, does that detract from the painting? And he said, absolutely not. If it's part of her painting, she repaired it and she ripped it, then that's part of her art. So just wanted to point that out in these two because they do have that aspect to it. But again, like last year, this one has tons of faces in it. Last year, she had a lot of paintings that just had, you know, 3 or 4 faces. Some of them were hidden, and you kind of had to pick them out. So, okay, now we're going down here. This one was actually on last year's show. We just brought it again because we had some new people coming to look at it. This one's called Blackout. It's acrylic on canvas, and she called it Blackout because she was painting it. And as soon as she finished painting it, like we had a windstorm or a snowstorm or something, and we had a blackout. So that's the name of that one. Okay, so this one here, I want to talk about this one a little bit. Admitting some more people. Okay, so this one's called Raise Your Hand, which is funny because I just looked at all the people that have their hands raised. I'm hoping they're raising their hand because they wanted to let me know that they could see the painting. So if that was why you were raising your hand, you can lower your hands if you want. But anyway, this one's called Raise Your Hand. And so this morning, when we were going over the names of the paintings and the stories behind them, she said, well, it was just a little kid I saw on an ad for better schooling in third world countries. And I mean, she showed me the picture on her phone, which, you know, usually she paints from her iPad. But it was just this little kid in an ad with his hand up. I mean, his face was probably, I don't know, an inch in size. And she took that face and just put all of this expression into this 18 by 24 canvas. And, you know, again, she just adds certain colors. Those colors obviously were not a part of the picture. It was a regular photograph. But I just started laughing because it was almost ridiculous to me that somebody would take that picture of a kid and paint this dramatic portrait. And I think what it reminded me of was sometimes like musicians, they write songs on either the piano or the guitar. It's just an ultimate stripped down version. But then you hear the song on the radio and it just has so much texture and detail to it and more instruments and things like that. So that's the way I kind of view her paintings, is she'll take like a simple picture and just make it like this unreal portrait of somebody that you never would take that from. So anyway, that one's Raise Your Hand, based on the kid raising his hand. This one's called Amnesia. It's an 18 by 24 acrylic on canvas. No, it's not. It's on a gesso board. And it's called Amnesia because when we were going over the paintings this morning, she could not remember her reference photo or why or when she painted it. So I don't know, she was just having a bad day and just decided, I'm going to do this, and this is how it's going to come out. So I can't really tell you much more about the painting than that. Okay, so I'll go over to the other side of the room. and the beautiful flowers Daphne got for her today. Okay, this one is left over from last year as well. It's called Sophie Has Red Hair. It's a 24 by 36 acrylic on canvas. This is one of the ones where it has, you know, there's shapes of a face down here and an obvious face up there, things like that. But we had left it here. So, okay, this one's called Christine. And this one's not available either, but this was, I believe it was Christine, the main character from Phantom of the Opera. So again, she took a reference photo for something, and she'll kind of pack away photos, and just whenever she feels like that's the one she wants to paint today, she'll just start tearing into it and knock them out. So, okay, this one is Mystery. It's acrylic on canvas. And this is just a sub character in a murder mystery show that she was watching. So again, she'll pick out just any person that seems interesting to her and just work something from it. Okay. So that's a 24 by 24 acrylic on canvas. Okay. And then this one here, I don't know how many people from Brewster are watching. We don't even have a name for it. I think it was senior or summer or something like that. There we go. We just got Lorraine in. Hi, Lorraine. So, okay, a lot of people are coming in late. So I gotta, okay. So this one, somebody had a senior, you know how they put those senior portrait banners up on the side of the road to congratulate their kids. So she saw this senior portrait on the side of Freeman's Way, and she painted this painting. And then the funny thing is we printed a picture of it and kind of slipped it in a clear sleeve and taped it to the back of the banner. And so I don't know if they're like out there wondering like, where did this painting come from or what, but it's kind of cool. Got a lot of texture to this one. I forget if this one's oil or acrylic because we actually brought this one in late. Here's another kind of abstract, surreal portrait of her sister, Livy. I had done a studio lighting portrait class in the studio, and we created a picture of Livy holding one of her goslings. And she took that as a reference picture and did this nice black and white, but it's just so like organized chaos, I guess, because you obviously can tell it's her sister Livy, but it's almost like Livy in a blender, I guess. It's kind of a horrible description of it, but it's just, you kind of want to look all throughout the whole portrait. Okay, the next one up here, this one's kind of cool. This one is called Zoom. And again, you can kind of guess why it's called Zoom, because she just saw somebody on Zoom. This is actually, Willa has a cousin that's about a week and a half older than her, and he just got engaged, and we actually just met his fiance today. But when she first showed up on a Zoom meeting that we were all on, Willa somehow snatched a picture of her, and this is the end result. So just really wild brush strokes. Okay, next one is called Car Keys. And somebody had mentioned, I don't understand her names of her paintings. So I don't even know what the reference painting or picture is for this portrait. But when she was painting it, somebody came into the studio looking for their car keys. So that's why it's called Car Keys. And there's a little more subtle detail down here, extension of the neck. And again, there's like really smooth brush strokes up around the face, but then there's a little bit of texture right under the eye and a big red paint daub there that kind of sticks out. And up there, it almost gets a little bit watercolory with the drops of paint up there. Okay, and then we're gonna move down to this one called Circle. It's an 18 by 24 acrylic on canvas. I said on panel, but it's on canvas. So this one is one of her more conceptual pieces where, you know, I mean, obviously you can see some of it is almost realistic, but then it blends into these crazy colors. And you would never in a million years probably guess what the reference picture is, but it's one of the girls from Little Women. So, you know, you take a classic book like Little Women where, you know, it's a period piece, and then you have this kind of not abstract, but this contemporary conceptual piece out of it. So how she decides what to do with them, I don't know. That's part of Willa's mechanics in her brain. And one of the things I think is interesting, and I asked her if I could mention this, but Willa has a little bit of a inability to read people's faces. Like when we're talking to people, she'll be wondering if she's doing okay because she can't tell if they're happy or if they're upset at her, things like that. So she has trouble actually reading human faces when she's in person. But then she can take just a simple snapshot of somebody and just make these portraits. It's outrageous to me. Okay, this one is the one that was on the art show invitation, and it's called Surveillance Camera. Again, this is one that sold today, earlier this afternoon. And this is called Surveillance Camera for a couple of reasons. For one, this was the first painting that she did a time-lapse video of her painting it. So she was kind of under her own surveillance. And then for another reason, it's Lucy Liu in the show called Elementary. And she was walking into a room and she realized that, Sherlock Holmes had a bunch of surveillance cameras in the house that she was living in. So she was upset about that. So that's why it's called Surveillance Camera. Again, the nice soft shading in certain areas. And then you get to the bolder strokes. And obviously, since it's Lucy Liu, the black part is not her hair. It's just a black background because it was kind of the way that it looked in the show with the surveillance camera on her. So that's one of our favorites. But okay, now next one down here, it's called I Accept Checks. And there's a little funny story to that about Daphne didn't have some money for something, so the person just said, "Oh, I accept checks." And so we were just, when I told Willa that I loved this painting, she goes, "Oh, that's mommy." And it was just, again, we were on a Zoom meeting, and Willa was sitting off to the side, and Daphne was either commenting on the Zoom meeting or she was just watching whatever was on the Zoom meeting, and Willa just snapped a photo on her iPhone. So we're never safe at our house. We're like always, we're always under surveillance like this because we never know if we're gonna end up in a portrait from Willa. So, and again, she decided to just paint her focal point, you know, the earrings and Daphne's ear, and just stop at the rest of the face. And that's about it. Okay, this one, I'm not sure about this one because we just saw it in the studio and just grabbed it and brought it with us. So if you have questions about this one later on, just say, I want to know more about the one under I Accept Checks, and I'll zoom in on it and tell you more about it. I don't know who it is or what. I really wish everybody could see these in person because they're, you know, iPhones and Zoom don't really add much to the experience. Okay, so then the next one we have over here is called Clue. And it's an 18 by 24 acrylic on canvas. And this is a friend of Livy's, and they were invited to like a clue party or murder mystery party. And so they all had to dress up as certain individuals in the game that the party was, you know, built around. So this is her friend Lily all dressed up, and I guess when they get dressed up, they go downstairs and do a bunch of photo shoots. So the feather boa all around her. Okay, now we'll move down to a few more of her abstracts on block. This one's called Livy in the Car. And she took a picture of Livy in the car and decided this is what the painting should look like. So I thought that this up here was part of Livy's face looking up into the sky, but Willa didn't confirm that this morning. So I don't know how she gets Livy in a car from that, but I think these abstracts are pretty cool. And then the next one is called Speedometer. Again, it's oil on hardwood. And this one, again, she was in the parking lot. It may have even been the same day as the Trader Joe's parking lot painting we saw before, but this one had some street lights in it and the speedometer of the car. So that's why it's called Speedometer. So if you can find a speedometer in that, I don't know, we'll give you all the paintings in the row. Just kidding. Okay, and then this one, there's no, I think it's just called Sunset. It was I think it was based on, no, this one's called Skake It. Yeah, this one's called Skake It. It's based on a print of Skake It Beach that we have on our website. So she did her version of it, and I like it because it's got some really cool color contrast and brush strokes and depth to it. And then this one, I guess we don't have a name for it. We overlooked that one this morning. But again, it's one of her abstracts on wood, and it has a lot of texture to it. So the wood is smooth, but the brush strokes really stand out. Okay, this one is called Jody. Okay, so this one's called Jody, 24 by 36 on canvas. And Jody is, I saw your text, Sam, so I'm keeping that in my mind. So Jody is a character that Zooey Deschanel played in a movie. And again, Willa took a screenshot of it and did this. And lately she's been, she ordered some clay from the art store, and she's been just like pressing clay, like when she's sitting there doing nothing, she'll just work clay into roses. And there are like these amazing little clay roses. So she's been adding some roses to some paintings for one reason or another. Okay. So if anybody, I'm getting texts that people want to buy them. So if you've texted me, then you're on the list, like in line. So after the show, we'll take requests to go back and look at photos or paintings again, and then we'll kind of look over the texts while we're seeing who was like first in line. So, okay, this one down here, we also just saw it in the gallery and just grabbed it. So I don't have a name for it or anything, or a reference or a story or anything like that. But again, just these really cool brush strokes. Okay, Laura wants Livy in a blender. We gotta go through this. Okay, this one is called Buttons. 18 by 24 acrylic on canvas. So this is another one of her examples. We had some people in here today, and one of them couldn't see it, but hopefully you guys can see it. But basically there's a face behind the painting. So if you look, there's an eye there and an eye there, and it obviously somebody looking up this way. But then we have a profile of Livy's cousin. She was over visiting one day, and the reason it's called Buttons is because she was telling Willa about her button collection. So I think Willa just kind of, again, snapped a picture of her. And what I love about this one is the difference in style. Because you've got the real soft gradations here, but then she took a palette knife, I believe, and just like whited out the painting behind her. I don't even remember what the painting behind her was, but a painting on a painting. I just think those are so cool. Okay, so now we're going down to, this one is called Finally, and it's acrylic on canvas. And I don't remember the story behind this one. I know the story, but I don't know the reference photo. But basically, it's called. Hold on, everybody. Okay, so it's called Finally because she didn't have any canvases, and I don't remember why we hadn't been able to go to the art store or whatever. But when we finally got some canvases in, she's just like, she just had this need to paint something. You know, she had run out of wood blocks. She was basically getting ready to paint our walls in her house, which we wouldn't have minded. But so this is what came out of that. And it's called Finally. And this is one of her, just like, you can tell she had like a lot of pent up desire to paint something, because it's a gorgeous painting, but it almost looks more rushed than the other stuff that she has here at the art show. So let me go up here real quick again. Somebody wanted to see what the buttons size was. 18 by 24 acrylic on canvas. Okay, and so once we're done, we can go over some questions. Everybody can raise their hands and stuff like that. Okay, this one's called Enola. 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas. And this is, I think it's Millie Bobby Brown. She was in a movie called Enola Holmes, which is Sherlock Holmes' sister. It's a pretty good movie. We watched it as a family one time. And I think this is the one somebody asked her about her reference photos. And she said she likes to find the color in people's faces. So whatever color she saw, I mean, obviously the actress is a Caucasian female, but this looks a little more like something out of Avatar or something. But still, I thought it was, what's that? I forget the actress's name.
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn, that's it. I thought it was Audrey Hepburn at first, but it's not. Okay, then we're gonna go over to this one. This one's called Big Coat, 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas. And this one, I love how low key it is. Just a very dark portrait. But one of Willa's favorite musicians is Aurora. And she was watching an Aurora video, and this is what came out of it. She said there was really cool lighting in the video, so she did a screenshot and just painted this awesome rim light. And the rim light even catches, the little lines on the top of her lip to separate that little piece of her lip. And then again, goes from the smooth brush strokes to these radical end pieces. So one of them, I forget which one it was, but she said that it was a ballerina, and the ballerina on the screen was spinning so fast that she had to keep clicking, screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. So she took like 1,000 screenshots till she got it. So, but yeah, just she can take a reference photo and just, I don't know, make something out of it. I don't know how she does it. Okay, we have one more painting to go over before. This is one that sold to the Academy last year. That's called Roaring 20s. But this one, I might get a little choked up here talking about this one. So it's called Florence. And you can just enjoy it. Oh.
It's a portrait of a very, very dear friend who passed away.
So there's little specks of light, probably, I don't know, I don't want to interpret anything, but that was her tribute to our friend Florence. So again, that's a 30 by 40, so that one's relatively large. Okay, so I'm gonna skip over Livy here for a second. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna revisit the final painting. This one is called You're Not Afraid of Me, Are You? Acrylic on canvas. So this one's really cool because all the other paintings in the gallery, I can photograph them and I can make fine art reproductions of them, which I've done with some, several of them from last year. All of these, you can look at the painting, you can own the painting, I can make a fine art reproduction of it and sell them for, a little less than they are for the actual painting. But with this one, there's no possible way I could do this, because I'll tell you the story behind it. Actually, you can keep the light on. The story behind it was, Willa was really upset one day because she saw this white canvas that somebody painted a gray stripe on with a paintbrush, and they sold it for what Willa said was so much money. I mean, that was what she said. She doesn't remember the exact price, but it was probably like $1 million, some ridiculous amount. She just said it got sold for so much money. It had no emotion in it. It was just a gray stripe on a white canvas, and she thought it probably took no thought or emotion at all to paint it. So she goes, I painted my own white portrait. So this is the white portrait that you're looking at, which, let me see if I can show any texture detail. If you were here in person, you'd be able to see little bumps of paint. But what she did was she muted all of her colors down to where you practically can't even see them. Okay, you guys can turn the lights off. And so the only way to see it is to shine light from behind it. I absolutely have no idea how she did this, because you can't even see what you're painting because the colors are so muted. But we're going to zoom in on the eyes. Here's the eye. And again, I wish you guys could be here for it, but those are the eyes, and the nose, and the mouth. And you back up, and it's just, outrageous to me. I took a picture of it and I brought it into Photoshop, and I just slid all of the contrast and saturation and all the sliders up as far as they could go. And the picture all of a sudden appears with that. But in real life, it's kind of a conversation piece, because people would think, why do you just have a white painting on the wall? And it's so much more than what it actually is when you explain it, and then when you put some light behind it. So that's why we have it backlit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame it with a really deep frame, and then maybe like put some LED panels behind it, or a strip of LED lights, so that if somebody actually does purchase this painting, then they can actually show it off in their house with the light behind it. So again, you can turn the lights back on, girls. So again, that's You're Not Afraid of Me, Are You? 24 by 36 acrylic on canvas. And the reason it's called You're Not Afraid of Me, Are You? Was because Willa started a new school in 8th grade. And she has a little bit of social anxiety. So she was explaining to some of the kids how she doesn't like to really talk to a lot of people when she's in a big crowd. So this one girl came over, and she was really sweet. And she said, well, you're not afraid of me, are you? So that was kind of her painting based on that thought that she had. So okay, all right. So I think Daphne, you can take back over or actually see if people have hands to raise and questions to ask. If they want me to zoom in on any of the paintings closer, or revisit some. And I've gotten a ton of text messages already. So I'm going to have to, if somebody's interested in something, we have to take names and then just kind of go afterward and see who is interested in things first. So.
Okay, so yeah, if anyone has a question, raise your hand and I will unmute you, and Mark will answer them. I won't. I think everyone's asking questions on text message. Oh, okay, we've got Sarah Giuliano. She has a question.
I was going to ask if you can just step back slightly and slowly pan around the room so that I can get a size reference a little bit.
Oh, you didn't like my video I put on Instagram yesterday?
I have stopped Instagramming.
Okay, this is basically what I put on Instagram. I said there was a sneak peek, so I just went like this. And so nobody could actually focus on the paintings. But yes, I will definitely step back. So So this back here is the bar at the Playhouse. So it kind of gives you an idea of scale. The one in the middle is 24 by 30, I think it was. And then the blocks down on the centerpiece there. The one on the right, the ballerina one, I think is like 8 by 10. They're kind of all over the place as far as the block sizes go, because they're just kind of leftover pieces of wood that our friend gives us. So these two here up top, somersault and backflip, those would take up considerable wall space because I think they're 24 by 36. I didn't actually put the sizes up.
Okay, Sam Miles has a question.
Okay, Sam.
Here I am. What is that one that was it was like the circle? You were just on it. Could you go back? It was the one next to the she got the photo from the boy in the photo.
That one there?
Which one? Yeah, that one. What's that one called?
That one is called Amnesia.
Amnesia, yeah, that one's really nice.
Yeah, because when we were going over the paintings this morning, she you know, I was asking her all the reference photos and the reasons why she painted it, and she just completely drew a blank on that one. So that's her Amnesia painting.
Yeah, nice. All right, thank you.
Okay, cool.
Maxine has a question.
Okay.
Yes, with the Are You Afraid of Me? What medium or mediums did she use for that?
That one is acrylic on canvas.
And how is it that you can only see it from the back? Is because of just the acrylic going through because the rest of the canvas is blank?
Yeah, because the canvas is, I mean, it's not a thin canvas, but it's the light shines through the canvas, and then like that, you can still see a little of the texture of the paint. Okay, so we got someone who wants Amnesia, so that's okay. So the texture of the paint is blocking it out.
Okay.
And
big
sense. Coat also. Okay.
Okay. Wendy Parker has a question.
Okay.
I was just wondering, how long does it normally take her to do a painting? Obviously the sizes are different, but in general, will she start a painting, leave it, start something else, then go back to other ones, or how does she do the painting?
Usually when she's working on a painting, she'll stay on that painting. But like if we have a lot of stuff going on, she'll take breaks from it and come in. This one, like I said, this one, she actually has over 2,000 views on YouTube she did a speed painting video, and it's not her speed painting, it's just like a time lapse. And so I asked her, you know, it's a maybe a 50-second time lapse video, and she said that was about an hour of painting for this particular painting. But then, you know, that one might be an hour, but then, you know, thank you for the sunglasses might be over the course of a couple days.
Okay.
Will it take me 2 to 5 hours per piece?
2 to 5. Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you.
Good.
Great
Yep.
show. Tell her
Thank you, Wendy.
congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of text, but no more hands raised. But if anyone else has a question, feel free to raise your hand. If not, no problem.
Okay.
And just one last chance. Maxine's got another question.
Okay.
Yeah, so the other question is for Willa, what was the reason that made you want to start painting?
Is she up there with you, Daphne? Because I'm not right here with her.
Do you have a I don't know if you heard that.
Sorry, no, we didn't.
Willa said at the beginning of Family Ties, that old show, they used to paint, I guess, in the family portrait, and she thought that was cool and she wanted to do it. And then someone gave her some old paints. I know I had tons of old paints.
Sweet.
She said, I'm going to do that. And she just did it. Okay, Robin has a question. Oh, go ahead, hon.
Okay. Oh, I was just going to build on that. The fact that like when Willa was in school, you would think that art was her favorite subject, but she absolutely hated art class because one time they said, you have to draw a horse this way. And so they forced her to draw it that way. And she literally felt like they were forcing her to be something that she wasn't, because all of these paintings are just kind of like her expressing herself. It's not like, oh, I need to use this brush technique or that or whatever. So they're just kind of like what she feels. And so to kind of force someone to obey certain rules of art would kind of take away all that feeling and expression to me. So I think that's kind of cool about Willa's artwork. And if Tom Noonan is still here, that's in no way a slam on graphic arts theory, because I learned so much from Tom Noonan and I appreciate everything that he taught me. And for somebody like me that doesn't have the ability to express myself the way that Willa does, it was invaluable to me. So, and it was a whole different style of art too. So, yeah. So any other art teachers out there, don't take offense at that.
Robin has a question.
Okay, Robin.
Good to see you guys. Great job, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Robin.
Could I see the picture again? I didn't get the name of it, but it's the one before finally. I think it's a profile over profile.
Okay. And I think I got a text, so we're gonna.
No, it wasn't that one.
Wasn't that one? Was it this one that I didn't have a name for?
No, but it was like a profile, and I thought you said it was like a profile over profile.
No, that was the one.
Well, this one is a painting. It's a portrait. So there's two eyes here, and then you can kind of see the outline of the face and the neck.
Yes, it is that one. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's the profile of her cousin kind of looking away.
So you already have somebody interested.
I believe so. I think I saw something come up in my text messages while I was doing the show. So I'm gonna check on that. But if you are interested in it and they don't get it, then
okay, 18 by 24.
Yep.
Or even the Queen Anne lace one.
I think that one also. I also have a text message for that one. But the Queen Anne's lace, we have the original here. But if that one is sold, we also do have like the fine art prints on archival cotton paper. So I can check into that for you if that one has sold. So.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay. Any other hands up, Daphne?
Someone's asking about, oh, we've got one from Jackie Fasella. Hold on.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was wondering, when you do sell them, like printed instead of the original, how, like is a bad question to ask, but how much are they usually for in comparison?
If you go to pleasantbaygallery.com, all the ones that I have actually printed and photographed are available there. So you can kind of get a good idea of what sizes and options are available. But all of these ones here, I still have yet to photograph. I haven't, well, there's like 2 or 3 that I've listed on the website. But most of them I still have yet to photograph. So
cool. That was
it'd be a while.
Pleasant Bay Gallery, you said?
Yeah, pleasantbaygallery.com. Okay. And somebody's on there from Westfield, Mass.
Robin has another question.
Okay.
Actually, Jordan this time.
Okay.
Just want to see the Australian fire one again, if you will.
Well, I wonder
Koalas. What was that? Oh yeah, because you're a firefighter. So Jordan's a firefighter.
Well, I wanted to see it again because it looks like there's a bridge right there, and I mean,
yeah, it was probably I don't know what bridge there is in Australia that this picture was taken. Like, I don't know if it's like similar to the Golden Gate Bridge in Australia, but she used a reference point from probably a news story from Australian wildfires. And then for whatever reason, I'm guessing that her friend has red hair and that's why she actually put this portrait on top of that particular painting.
Like a fire ladder.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Is that one for sale or no?
That one's available. Yep. 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas called Koalas.
Do you recommend any place to have them framed?
I've always had good success with the Frame Center in Orleans. It's on, is it Cove Road? Or what's the road that the back of, or the Chocolate Sparrow's on? They always do a great job. And actually for these, you know, typical size paintings, on Blick Art, you can actually order just it's called a float frame. So it's just a kind of a gallery frame that sticks out like this, and the canvas just sits in it, and then you screw it in from the back. So
Oh, that's cool.
if that's something you're interested in, then I think I might actually have one of those frames at home.
Sarah has another question.
Okay,
Can I see Skake It, please?
Skake It. Let's see, which one is Skake It? It's over here, yes. Is that one Skake It, I believe?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you step away from it a little bit?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let me actually put it up here on the, let me make sure we get good light on it. But so that's probably like 6 inches by 10 inches, maybe. You want me to put it somewhere else?
No.
No.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you. It's got a lot of texture. Again, it's oil on hardwood, and it's got a lot of depth to the brush strokes. So you put it on a little heavy, and then we sprayed it with an acrylic finish or a lacquer finish.
Andy Casoli has a question.
Okay. Can Livy come down here with her phone, because mine's on 10% battery? Go ahead, Andy.
I think it was called Villain.
Villain. Okay. This one here. I think this actually kind of looks like Lord, the singer, but
Yeah. What size is
yeah.
that?
That is a 16 by 20 oil on canvas. Are you on Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, thanks, Andy. Hold on, I got to talk to Livy for a second. Livy, what was that? Yeah, bring your iPad in here, because I might have to, Daphne, if there's still a lot of people that have questions, I might have to make Livy a host.
Okay, that's fine. Jerry Schumann has a question.
Okay, Jerry, nice to hear you on here. Jerry?
How do I do it?
How do you do what?
Ask the question.
You can ask it right now. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm interested in yarn. How big is that? May I see it again?
Yes, you may. Yarn is 18 by 24, and it's acrylic on canvas. And again, I love the lighting on her, and the way she used the lighting, or her brush strokes to create the lighting.
Has Willa sold that one?
Nope, this one's available.
Are you impressed with your tutorial that I'm using Zoom for the first time?
Yes, I am. So Jerry, our friend who's speaking, she broke her Zoom streak just to attend Willa's art show. So she's gone all year without being on Zoom. So yeah.
Now I'm embarrassed. But anyway, how do I shut you off? I think I would like to purchase yarn.
Okay, can you write that down, Daphne?
And then she will shut you off.
Please shut me off.
Yeah, if you go down to the bottom left, Jerry, and just put mute, or Daphne can mute you, then you'll be all set.
I want Daphne to do it.
I'll be happy. Okay. I'll be happy to mute you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Leah has a question.
Okay.
Can we see the picture above Villain, or the painting above Villain?
Villain?
Yeah, the one above it. No, the one above it.
The one above it?
Yeah.
So this one actually sold this afternoon. And it's called Kitty, because it was a character in the Painted Veil. Her name was Kitty. And again, it has one of those hidden faces up in the top right here. Really cool lighting and texture on it. Just real deep colors that she used on that one.
Also, we have someone that wants to see to the left of the bar on the wall.
The left of the bar on the wall.
Yeah. I guess the names of those.
Okay, one of them is somersault, one of them is backflip. And they kind of come as a set because Willa painted them together. So if you don't want to display one, you get them both. But they are painted in the same session, so they have similar feelings and lots of faces in them. So yeah. Okay, I'm wondering, Daphne, if you should make Livy's iPad the thing, because my phone might die very soon.
Okay.
If you can do that.
Livy's iPad?
Yep, Livy Z. Okay, Livy Z is host now. Okay. Hold on, I gotta.
Phyllis now has a question. Phyllis, did you have a question?
There we go.
Unmute myself. Am I unmuted?
There you go, Phyllis.
Okay.
There you go.
I know somebody asked about Skake It. If nobody takes that one, I'd like that one myself, but if it's already taken, that's fine.
Okay, so Sarah Giuliano requested that, so she wants to chime in.
Oh, if she's got it already, that's fine. No problem.
Well, I don't know if she confirmed it, so, but we'll put a note on it.
You guys can fight it out later.
Yeah. Pulling your hair.
Again, one of my favorites.
Oh, yes.
Daphne's ear.
Daphne's ear. I love it.
Sam wants to know what the wood block next to the right, let's see. To the right of Sunset is.
The right of Sunset. Okay.
Yep.
So
Wood
Sunset. So is this Sunset? That's Sunset. And then this one, I love this one because it's the parking lot at Trader Joe's.
That's what
Yep.
So Sam, if you're still on, it's the parking lot next to Trader Joe's or in Trader Joe's.
Let me see if I can get it better. When I first saw this painting, I thought it was like a picture of like somebody camping in the woods with fireflies in a fire pit or something.
I think it was the one that was originally next to Sunset. Yeah, it was the longer one.
Okay, there's
I think it was the other section.
The other section. Okay.
Which one was it?
Okay, so we got Livy in a car.
Yeah, to the right of that one. That one's.
And then speedometer.
Speedometer, yeah, the other one.
And then
Sunset.
Skake It, which has a lot of interest already.
Which one is it?
That was the one that I was talking about.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, to the right, to the right.
Both of them.
Both of them. They're all great.
Both of them. Yeah. Okay. So I know Sam, while I was going through them,
yeah,
you sent a bunch of text messages. So
all the employee housing here of the window washing people on Kentucky is we're loving it. Amnesia. Yeah, that one's beautiful. What is that one called right there? I know.
This one here.
So it's probably gone.
I don't know because I forgot to get a name from Willa. Okay. I don't know if Willa wants to chime in on it, but.
All right. We'll be up next in line.
Both of those.
Okay. I'll text you. Thank you.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people wanting the same thing. So yeah, if you just text me or you text Mark and say, I want that for sure, then I'll look at the time and whoever had asked for it first will be able to purchase it.
Okay. I've got a bunch of text messages. Okay, somebody wanted Livy in a car and speedometer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
Okay, I don't see any more hands, so I think we're good.
Okay, sounds good. So if anybody has any questions, if you have our phone numbers, you can text us and request anything. And whatever doesn't sell tonight is going up on Pleasant Bay Gallery soon as I get them photographed. So, okay. And again, thank you everybody for coming. It was a pleasure having you, even though it's on Zoom. We'd love to have everybody here with wine and cheese, but unfortunately we can't do that.
I think everyone can unmute if you want to say goodbye, but we love you guys.
Thank you so much, Mark.
It was
Thank you,
excellent.
Daphne.
That was
Thank you,
beautiful.
everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thanks, Mark.
Great job.
Amazing, Willa.
Bye-bye.
Great job,
Good to
Willa.
see you, Sarah.
Yeah, so
Nice
good.
job.
Fabulous.
You too,
Miss
Noonan.
Josie.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, Jessica Sunshine.
Bye, Say.
Bye.
Hey guys, nice job, Willa. Excellent show. Really.
Thanks, Shane.
Hi, Shane.
Bye, Robin. Glad you made it.
Hi, thank you very much.
Bye, Jordan.
Ciao. It's great seeing you.
When's Willa gonna do another one?
Next year.
You know, they have the sales on canvases all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I got to get more canvases, and she's like, you can't because we have nowhere to put them in the studio. So we had to do the art show, and we're thinking of doing a rummage sale because there's still so many at home. So we'll see. All right.
Hey,
Thanks so much, guys.
Would you say it was going to be on display again in Hyannis?
No, once when she gets more, and in our studio at our house, there's so many other paintings that I was thinking of like doing a rummage sale or something because there's so many that we couldn't bring today.
I think it's Pleasant Bay though. Is it Pleasant Bay
Gallery? Yep.
Gallery?
Pleasant Bay Gallery.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
Thanks, guys.
hope you get a good night's
Thank
sleep.
you, guys.
Put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Very nice, Mark. Very nice.
Can you give me a tour again?
Who needs a tour again?
I just got on. I'd like to start over again, please.
Do you want
more?
You need it.
If you show them the only ones available, it won't take long.
I know.
You need a Toreador more than that. Yeah.
Did you
I
really
like
just get on, Jeremy?
About 10 minutes ago, I didn't realize I forgot the time difference and I got sidetracked as usual.
Okay. Because I mean, we don't have to keep everybody else on. Everybody else can leave. If you want to stay on, we got unlimited time.
We're gonna go.
Is
You
your
want to go
phone
through it
battery
again?
still good?
No, you don't have to go through all the way again. I was just saying hi.
Okay.
But
Well,
I like Kitty because it made me think of when Richard would always go, Kitty.
Yeah.
But I mean, I may have missed it, but is grocery store parking lot, was that something that everyone really liked? Because I like it.
Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
I loved it.
I think it's cool.
Is that the light
wait,
color
this
one?
one?
I was just at Trader Joe's, so I totally could relate.
Oh, yeah, right.
Love that one.
Is
Wait a
that the one
second.
you're talking about, Jeremy?
You're muted,
Because-
kid.
You're muted.
Jeremy, you're muted.
Wonder how that happened. I need speak review. Oh, there you are. It's actually one that is
Probably Skate It. That's the one everybody loves.
this one. Can you see my my iPad?
Oh,
Nope.
the lily, the Queen Anne's lace.
Oh, Queen Anne's Lace.
No, I don't think that was it.
This one says grocery store parking lot.
No.
It's on the website?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, the original is already gone, but there are reproductions of it.
I want an original. I want her to make me an exact replica of the original.
Okay. Well, I'll have to work on that one.
No, I love that one. It kind of reminds me of like very Monet-like.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
But it's Willa. So
Yep.
Willa like.
It'll cost you
Well,
more
I
for
know.
shipping than for the painting.
I'll just be back.
Huh?
I'll just have to come back to pick it up. That's my problem.
Shipping might be cheaper than a jet ride.
Her work is amazing.
I love it. She just continually blows us away. It's like she'll bring something new in and it's like, what? So yeah.
And she did that all within a year?
Yeah, all these paintings are within the last year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, last year when we had the art show, like Daphne and I literally just sat here and answered text messages. She almost sold out the other art show. So
Do you
she's been.
do anything like animals with oil? Like these?
She usually does the animals with watercolor pencils.
Pencils, yeah.
So those are more hyper realistic. And then we also, let me cancel my other phone here. Last year we got a lot of requests for commissions for people and things like that. But to do a person, it's like when she does these paintings, she sees something that affects her and she just paints it. So for her to take commissions of people, we got a lot of pictures that people sent. Can she paint this picture? And it's these kind of like pictures of people giving these cheesy grins to the camera. And it's like, she just can't, she can't put her feeling into that kind of painting. So she doesn't really take commissions of people. Even though she literally could make like a super realistic portrait of a person, like she does with pencils of dogs mainly. But yeah, she just would rather paint for the joy of painting rather than to feel the pressure of making something look like somebody that they want. So yeah.
Well,
There goes Daphne. How you doing, Jen?
Doing good.
Good.
Mark, could you go back to the left side of the blocks?
The left side of the blocks.
Yeah.
There's blocks on all. Hold on, Daphne's trying to turn up the volume.
Right that you're showing.
Okay.
The bottom one. Is that Aurora?
This person?
What was the name of that one?
This one here?
That's Borealis.
I have no idea because we saw this like it was buried under some other canvases and we saw it and we just grabbed it and brought it. Okay. So, but if you want to put a tag on it or something?
Kind of looks like Wonder Woman.
I also remembered the name Aurora, but now I can't remember what it looked like.
Oh, Aurora? Yeah. So Aurora this is her first oil painting she did. Is that the one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that one is probably her most realistic painting.
That is kind of wild.
That she's done.
Yeah.
And she picked up the oils and she just fell in love with them. And it was like, for that to be her first oil painting, it's kind of.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's Aurora. It's 16 by 20.
Okay. I gotta go get out my tape measure.
Okay.
We have you guys all over our walls. Right? Take away one of Mark's photos.
Yeah.
Like our place too, Jen.
Yeah, our place too.
Yeah.
I know when
I
the
wish
boys
I had a bigger house.
I know.
When the boys start dating, the girls will come over and they'll like see all these portraits that I did of the boys when they were little kids holding flowers and they'll be like, no, take them down.
Hey, Mark, can we see the one above Sunset, please?
The one above Sunset. Which one was
I think it's behind you. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where you are.
Okay, Skate
Not
It.
Skate It, the other one.
The big Sunset one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So this big painting, this is the one. I don't know if you were here, Jackie, when I mentioned the name of it.
Yeah, that's a very long anagram.
Yeah. So you remember, I don't know if you know Carly Simon, Jackie, but she had that song, You're So Vain.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody was like, who did you write that song about? And she wouldn't tell anybody who she wrote the song about. And so eventually one year she was raising money for some charity and she auctioned off that privileged information.
Right.
And so whoever was the winning bid, she told them who the painting or the song was about.
Yeah.
And so whoever owns this painting is going to get that knowledge of what that anagram stands for.
Wow.
Mark, what did you remember? Remember what you thought the name of that Carly Simon song was?
Oh, Clouds in My Coffee. I thought there were two different songs.
That was just a line from that song, yeah. Clouds in my coffee.
Can we take a peek at the painting finally? I just love
Finally,
painting.
yeah.
I think I love looking at that.
Oh, clowns.
So finally is 18 by 24 acrylic on canvas.
I
And
actually
again, that
love that one because that's like whenever I have like 1 hour left of work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It reminds me of my children when you're trying to get them to stand still and to take a photo and they just
Yeah.
flip their faces back and forth.
Yeah.
You're unmuted.
Can you step back from that, Mark? I got a totally different view of that from farther away. It was like so clear. That's cool. Okay, thanks. That's neat.
Yeah.
How much is that door for sale?
That's private information. Read that.
Well, she painted the door and then we could
Yeah.
install it in the house.
It's funny because in her room, it's a good thing she's a good artist because in her room she's got like up in the corner, like right here, she'll have a picture of like a Disney character just sitting on the corner that she painted on the wall.
I
And
love
then
it.
like the whole back of her closet door is all these like crazy paintings and stuff. So it's gonna be quite the day when we have to paint over her bedroom. So anyway. All right, so who else is on here? Let me see who's on here. Hey, Mauricio and Rosalva.
Hi.
I see Jerry's still on there.
It's the after party.
I know.
Thanks for letting us be a part of this event, Mark.
Oh, well, thank you for promoting it on your Instagram, Rosalva. That was nice. I don't know if you got much interest from it, but I'll go back over here. What's that, Rosalva?
I don't know, but your Willa's work is just amazing. I'm just in awe by it.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that really impressed me was the one that you showed last.
Oh, the white one?
Oh, that was
You
incredible.
gotta see that one in person.
That was incredible.
That
really
one
wish
blows
I-
your
Now,
mind.
you can't get the feel when you see it there.
For
Put it
sure.
up
No.
to you put it up to a window and it's absolutely fabulous. Like, how did she do that?
I don't get it.
If you have several interests, you should auction it and give it to the highest bidder because I think it would go even higher. It's amazing.
I know. Daphne actually called me. She called me at work one day and she's like, you have to see this painting that Willa just did because you just have to see it. That's all she
You
said.
can't tell. You can't tell.
Can
by
you put
looking
the light on behind it again? Or is
Yep.
is it a pain? I
No, it's all
wanted
right.
Jeremy to
You
see
got
it.
the frame behind it, Mark, that distracts from it too.
I know. It's
I
hold
did
on,
the job though.
I thought the frame actually looked kind of.
this is how I have to do it. I have to go in here and turn off the lights in the gallery. Okay.
But if it had the right lighting behind it or put in a window, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's pretty unique, I'll tell you that.
You see the frame around it and it's not the same.
It almost looks like a cow's face right there, doesn't it?
Shut up.
No, I mean, it's just interpretive. You can see.
No, Rich, you're looking at your screen.
That's what he sees. No.
No, you're blotted out, Mark.
It's beautiful. though.
No, it doesn't do it justice.
Tell you,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and I suppose that under different lighting conditions, you could
Yeah.
see colors and different shades on it.
It's
You know,
just
even like when you said you're going to put LED lights on it, like where you place them could affect how what.
Oh,
detail.
yes.
It's just
Yeah, it has to be a very flat light behind it because otherwise, like if it was like strips or spots, then it would, I'd love to be able to do it somehow to get rid of the bars and the
they shouldn't be
canvas.
there.
But they got to
shouldn't
be there for support. I would
Yeah.
have to figure out how to remove those and make that part of the frame.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, sorry, I couldn't get through this one here. I was just, this one is actually still wet.
I know.
We had to,
I saw her doing that.
That one is
Yeah.
gorgeous. I
Yeah.
love that one. Actually, Willa's work performed miracles today. She actually got Ryan to sit still to watch the show. I can't even get him to do that.
So yeah, I couldn't even talk about this one because of the situation, but and the other thing I wanted to mention about this one is, like, I always thought it was amazing when they would x-ray paintings and they would find other paintings below those paintings, like in the museums and stuff. So this one, she started painting like 4 ballerinas all dancing on the painting or on the canvas, because the friend that we lost last year, when they were at a party one time, she goes, Willa, let's go dance. And she like grabbed Willa by the arm, and she was out there. She loved music, and she was dancing, and Willa was just kind of like, yeah, this is not what I love to do. so she did, below this painting, there's like 4 dancers behind it. So, but I mean, I love just like the way that she did the dress flowing.
Love the dress.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
It's amazing, some of those, when you get really close, the blobs and everything, you just back up a little bit and there's this little
That's right.
definition.
You
of
pull
something.
away from it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How big is that one, Mark?
That one is 30 by 40.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good size.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah. So that's like one full wall if you've
You
got
can
a
dance with that one.
normal size house. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the actual figure in that is probably the size of a toddler. So it's a good size painting. But okay, I'm going to turn the lights on again. And like I said, you guys aren't obligated to stay any longer. If you have any questions, let me know. But
yeah, we should go too. Huh?
Yeah.
Very
Bye,
nice, Mark.
everybody. It was fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Love you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Amazing.
Bye.
Good to see you guys. Nice to see everyone.
What? Don't leave. Okay, hold on. What's that, Jeremy?
Oh, I was just saying, nice to see everybody.
Oh, thanks, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy. Great to see you. Say hi to Holly.
I will. We'll see you guys soon, hopefully, when we get out that way.
Sounds great.
Love you.
Thank
Love
you.
you guys. Thanks. Libby, do that again because I want to hold on.
Jordan, I hope you get the Australia Fire one. That would be so cool.
Yes, I will inquire on that for sure.
Willa has wonderful parents.
Yeah, they're okay.
They're okay.
Thank you, Robin.
Oh, Robin. I'm like, everybody else is muted. Who said that?
I think it was
Me and
Robin.
Jen were the only unmuted ones, and you wouldn't.
Who's on here?
So we got Livy, Jessica, Mauricio, Severs, Robin, Jerry Schumann,
all my besties are
Lorraine.
on.
How you doing, Lorraine? Glad you could make it.
I just can't leave. I just want to keep watching.
Did you get here at the beginning, Jen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time you pan around, I'm like, oh, I can't get enough of them.
I love the one she did of Livy's friend. Is it?
Oh, Lily.
Lily, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope her parents were on because they need to get that one.
Well, Daphne actually did a painting of Lily before and gave it to them.
Oh.
And it's funny because like one time Livy went over to her house and she looks under Lily's bed and there's a Big Eyes painting, but I guess we found out later that it was like a signed reproduction. But Livy comes home and she goes, she has an original Big Eyes painting under her bed, but she just didn't want to put it on her wall. So what's that? Yeah.
Mark, question for you.
Yes.
About what's the time frame for her to, make one of these paintings? I mean, I'm sure it varies from one to another, but from what you've gathered, like how long does it usually take for her to make just one piece?
So some of them, like the smaller ones, are about 2 to 5 hours. But then something like this one, that was 2 to 5 hours. Okay.
Usually they take like 5 hours most.
About 5. That one's got to be 5 hours because, I mean, she puts a lot of detail into that part of it, and then the rest is just kind of like chaos.
Well, I imagine. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking, looking at the artwork and everything, I'm assuming maybe she had like a pre-plan before, like going into it or whatnot, or I mean, I could be totally wrong. I don't know. You know, like you said earlier with art, with the pony situation, there's a million ways to do something, and there's not always a straightforward way. So I was curious just to see what the time frame typically is for her to produce.
Yeah, and I mean, do
masterpieces.
you plot them out on canvas first, or just start painting?
I can't really see I can't see whole things, so I just start looking at the nose and then I go out and then see what happens.
So if you go on YouTube and type in Willa Jennings and find her channel, she's got a bunch of like this one I think I mentioned. She's got like over 2,000 views on that. She did like
That
a
was a
time lapse
beautiful one.
painting.
That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, you know, you can watch them and like I asked her how long that time lapse was, and she said it was about an hour and a half or so. So, yeah, lots of fun.
That one in the center, that one sold, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Somebody's got a nice dark blue wall at their house. They came today and picked it up. Well, they didn't pick it up, but they bought it.
Like, yeah, it's gorgeous.
Thanks.
You know what? From back here, the one Jordan that you were liking, it looks like he's wearing a top hat.
Oh yeah.
The brim.
The reason I put this one here was because last year, eating trees. Do you remember that picture? It was.
Yeah.
So actually, Laura and Eric have the print of that at home, but it was like a painting of a scene, like a landscape here, and then the portrait was kind of coming in here, and it looked like she was taking a bite out of a tree. So that was why it was called Eating Trees. But that was in the same spot, and I think this painting reminded me of that painting. So,
hey Mark, can I message you later?
Sure.
As far as that, okay.
Yep.
I know your phone's probably on the verge of dying, but
I know it's.
Hey, Deep like Dolly, is that in reference to Dolly Parton?
Which one was it?
Oh, I think she's talking about my t-shirt.
Oh.
I'm like, you got it says diva like Dolly, rebel like Reba. I got it for my husband's in his honor because.
I was surprised nobody liked this one as much as I did. Willa, which one was the one that the girl was spinning so much and you had to take like 1,000 screenshots of it?
Yarn.
Oh, yarn. Okay. And her. Okay. So yeah, this one she took like 1,000 screenshots of like a ballet until she got just the right picture.
Someone wants that one, hun.
That's neat.
What's that?
Someone texted me they want yarn.
I think Jerry also said she wanted it. So I think.
Okay, we just have to check the timestamp.
Okay. So this one also was from the same, I think the same scene where she took like 1,000 screenshots of it. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm just filling time here, guys. Nobody needs to like, if you've got more.
I'm gonna ruin your night.
I know. If you got
fun.
more questions, we're happy to stay on, but.
It's neat to see him from far away.
Yeah.
I can see
It was funny because I came here last Sunday and dropped them all off and I started laying them out and I just got like totally overwhelmed. Like, how am I going to organize these on the walls? And then we brought like 5 or 6 more and just kind of like placed them on the benches. And I don't know, I figured it wouldn't be that bad because it wasn't like everybody's going to be walking around looking at them. I was just
There
gonna
are
zoom in.
like 300 more at home.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do is you need to do like an elite private showing, like the first 50 that accept your invitation get to see like her at home ones.
Right.
Have a waiting list. Mark, what you need to do next time you do this is do it from the iPad. So that way you're not distracted by all the text messages and just give Livy your phone.
I know. Well, last year I did it on the phone and I was able to turn my phone.
Yeah.
But for some reason it wouldn't let me turn it this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I just meant more for the text messages because I know people kept texting you. I want that one, I want that one. That gets hard to like, okay.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, the girl on the block that was Nadine.
Oh, Nadine.
Okay, I was just looking at the Instagram. Did someone take that one?
I don't think so.
Okay, Ruth was asking me, so I'll let her know.
Someone asked for it, but they didn't claim it.
Okay.
All right, Mark. Thanks again. That was a wonderful show. Tell Willa she did a beautiful job, and I'll shoot you a text message in a few minutes. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jordan. Bye, Robin.
Bye. Thanks for
Have a good
coming.
night.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Love
Love
you.
you too.
I wanted to say, he's like, I'll text you in a minute. I got to move some funds around. I got an account in Switzerland. I'm going to bring it up here. That's cool.
So I'm just gonna thank everybody that I can see in the participants. So Sarah Gleason, hope you and your family are well. Thanks for showing up. Lorraine Coughlin, thank you so much for showing up. I'll chat with you later if you want to give me a call or whatever. Bye, Sievers. Bye, Mauricio and Rosalva. Thanks for your support.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Jessica.
Love you.
Scott, if you're on camera.
Bye. He's there.
Okay. See you, Scott. All right. Bye, guys.
He says bye. Bye. Are we going? All right. I wanted to be the last one out. You guys want to play a game?
You need to end it.
We're gonna be the last one.
We're gonna be the last one.
I want to be the last one.
No, you hang up.
Yeah, no, you,
That's
no,
right.
you
That's
hang
what
up.
Fox does every time.
Okay, we'll do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think the meeting host needs to end the meeting or we'll never leave.
You guys can all win, and I'll stop it right now. And this is all on video, you know. We recorded.
Oh, wow.
You have proof that you guys were the last one.
Yay. We want to play psych?
Yeah, soon. We will.
Just kidding. Okay, bye. I'll leave.
One, and I'm ending. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.